If you've been struggling to create beautiful hybrid lash sets, this video is for you. I'll be breaking everything down step by step and sharing all of my favorite tips and tricks along the way. I've already cleansed and primed Ali's natural lashes, so let's jump right into application. My game plan is to start by lashing the top layer first to build the shape of the set, and I'll be using all 0.15 flat lashes on this layer to give a more textured result. Now let's chat a little bit about direction, because redirecting your extensions can be challenging, but with the right techniques, it becomes so much easier. So technique number one is on placement. So here we have a natural lash that is swaying over to the right. Instead of placing my extension on the right-hand side, I'm instead going to place it on the left because that's the side I'm trying to redirect it to. Technique number two is do not dip your extension halfway into the glue dot, or you may notice that the glue will want to suction to the natural lash. Instead, dip 1 or 2 millimeters of the base into the glue dot, and it should stay exactly where you place it. These two tips alone have made such a difference for my direction. It took me literally years of trial and error to learn this, so I hope I just saved you a whole lot of time by sharing them with you today. Now just take a look at how much of an impact redirection truly makes. You can literally see her natural lashes are all swaying towards the inner corner versus the extensions that are directing straight and out towards the ear. That is the power behind manipulating our direction. Had we would have directed all of the extensions the same way as her natural lashes, the set would have looked totally different. I'm almost done lashing the top layer. Again, I'm using 100% 0.15 flat lashes for the top layer only. And for those of you who don't know, flat lashes weigh a whopping 40% less than a standard classic lash, yet they still look so dark. This is one of the reasons why I love flat lashes, because I don't know about you guys, but I have had so many clients ask for more darkness, yet their natural lashes just can't handle the weight. So incorporating flat lashes into the set, even if it's just on the top layer or on the bottom layer, will make such a difference. Bonus points if the fibers are porous for a magnetic-like connection between the extension and the natural lash. You can guarantee all of our fibers at Lost Artistry are super porous because we care about your retention and saving you time during your services. All right, top layer mapping is 8 to 15 millimeter C-curl 0.15 flat lashes. Don't worry, I'll add all of my mapping details at the very end of this video, but I wanted to share that with you quick so that you're following along and it's all making sense. Now we're officially moving on to the bottom layer, and this is where I'll be adding my narrow stem pre-fans to really amp up the darkness. Okay, real talk for a sec, you guys have no idea how hard it's been to keep these a secret, because these pre-made fans were literally created with your struggles in mind. We talk to tons of lash artists every single day, and when it comes to pre-made fans, we often hear that the base is too bulky, or the quality is inconsistent, or the base slips around the natural lash, they have poor retention, etc. So we took it upon ourselves to create the best pre-made fan on the market. A pre-made fan that actually looks like a handmade volume fan and instantly grips to the natural lash as shown here. No slipping, no sliding, one that instantly grips, and this will help a ton with speeding up your service timing as well. We also specifically designed this pre-made fan to have a narrow structure, which prevents more light from passing through as opposed to a wide stem fan, so it's perfect for those who want a darker finish. For today, I'm placing my 5D narrow stem fan strategically on the bottom layer only, just to give the set a more voluminous look at the base. I'm also choosing to use lengths 7 to 12 millimeters since I am going for more of a textured look. I don't want my flat lashes to blend in with the narrow fans, or we might lose all of that texture. I'm also making sure to blend multiple different lengths in each section of the set, aka using the feathering technique. This will help a ton with the grow out, because as those extensions shed, the set won't look as gappy if there are shorter lengths within each section. As I place each narrow fan, I always take a look from the side so I can adjust the angle of my wrist so that the base sits flush with the curl of the natural lash. Because the narrow fan has such a pointy base, it's really important that there's no lifting. Otherwise, when your client goes to brush or wash their lashes, those bristles will fit underneath and pop that extension right off. If you're ever unsure if the base is slightly lifted, wait a couple seconds for the glue to dry down, then grip the extension with your tweezers and give it a little wiggle and just take a look to see if that base is lifting. If not, then it's perfectly flush and you're all good to go. If it is lifted, then you will definitely want to remove that extension and replace it with a new one. All right, I had to finish the bottom layer off camera because I really had to lock in, and to be honest, having the camera right in front of me was making it a little more challenging to get the base perfectly flush. So now we're just finishing up on the middle layer, which is all flat lashes, but following the same lengths I used on the bottom layer, which was 7 to 12 millimeters. Now we're going to go ahead and apply our Superbonder directly to the base where the extensions are applied. I do this for every single set to lock in glue fumes, add elasticity to the bond, and just promote better retention. And now we're going to go in with our Nano Mister just for like a nice soothing finish to the set, and we will be all finished. Okay guys, what do we think of the final results? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, I'm curious, do you currently offer hybrid lash sets? I've been hearing that a ton of artists are removing classics from their service menu, but now I'm wondering, does that include hybrids too? Spill the tea. I'd love to hear what you're offering and chat about it below. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.